Hey, today we're reviewing the Generous Pour event at the Capital Grille. Welcome back to Drinking It In. I am your host, Chris Casara. We are here to help you know more and drink better. And my wife and I had the privilege of being able to enjoy the Generous Pour event at the Capital Grille last week. And I wanted to give you some guidance on the wines. So each year, the Capital Grille does what they call the Generous Pour. And I think I probably should have double checked the price. If you're eating dinner there, you can have basically all the wine you can drink from the 7 wines for $35 per person. One person can do it, both people can do it. But we've done it over the years. It's always, going to the Capital Grille is a special event anyway, but this is a really special event because you get to try 7 wines, and if you like 2 of them, you can have multiple glasses of those. If you like none of them, then it's too bad. But so I figured what I wanted to do here is review the wines with you, because there were, I would say overall, I guess, the 2 winemakers. 7 wines from 2 winemakers, Dave Finney and Nicole Hitchcock. So Dave Finney does wine under the Orange Swift label, and Nicole Hitchcock, I'm guessing, is the J Vineyards winemaker. Overall, the wines this year were okay. They were not as good as last year's because there are some clunkers in there that we just didn't enjoy. So let's begin. First, we had the Department 66 Rosé from Morée, France. It's called Fragile. It's probably Fragile. It says fragile on the bottle, as you see. This was really good. They start you off with each of the rosé and white wines in a flight first, so you can enjoy them as you're gearing up for any sort of red meat, and then they follow with the reds afterwards. The rosé was awesome. Like, really, it had a good weight, lots of fruit. I got some watermelon, some melons, and some citrus, and it just was really weighty, which is nice. The coolest part of the evening, though, was when my wife said, "Okay, take this piece of bread, or this bread, which is sort of their flat bread, put some butter on it, then drink the rosé." It was literally like the bread turned into a creme brulee. It was one of the most insane things I've ever experienced. And she's a master at all these tastings and combinations. Next was the Pinot Gris from J Vineyards, and I really enjoyed this one. It was punchy and was kind of loaded with a mango passion fruit type of vibe. Really good. So I would have definitely gone back to, and I think I might have gone back on both of those for another glass. The third white was Jay's Tri-Appellation California Chardonnay. It smelled lovely, like literally like movie butter popcorn. It was really cool to smell on the palate, though totally forgettable. And just took a couple of sips. Was hoping I was going to enjoy it, but moved that to the side. All right, then so they line up 4 glasses and pour you the reds. So they start from lightest to heaviest. So it was Pinot Noir, the red, and 2 red blends, and then the Cabernet Sauvignon. The Pinot Noir was from J Vineyards. Again, their Tri-Appellation California Pinot Noir. Plenty of fruit, right? Cherries and cranberries, raspberries, all that good red fruit, but it was thin. It was ordinary. As Pinot Noir, we moved on. Next was a red blend called the 8 Years in the Desert. It's a fairly big red blend because it has Zinfandel, Petit Syrah, and Syrah in it, but it didn't, they served it second and it didn't drink very heavy. So this is where we start getting into the Dave Finney Orange Swift wines. It was nice and dark. It had some chocolate and spice notes, but it didn't wow me. So, we kind of moved on from that. The next one was the Orange Swift Abstract California. So this is another red blend, Grenache, Petit Syrah, and Syrah. And I've had this wine before in older vintages, and I've always enjoyed it, and I enjoyed this again. It was between this one and spoiler alert, the next red wine, it was definitely between those two for my favorite reds of the night, and I definitely went back to both of those. Just really lovely. It's dark. Lots of crushed berries in there, almost bordering on like blackberry jam, right? It's jammy. So, this wine was really, really good. Great label. It always makes it fun to get, and a very reliable one to drink when you're out with a group, if you went that way. And then last but not least, the coolest label ever maybe is the Orange Swift Palermo Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley. It's got the skeleton with a cape on in the label. Dark, blackberries, chocolates, and vanilla, oaky. Not overly oaked, but oaky. Really good, really delicious, an easy crowd pleaser if you have Napa Cabernet fans in the gang, and just really a great way to sort of round off the evening. So you've got a couple more weeks to do the generous pour. I think it ends on Labor Day. If you have a Capital Grille near you, I don't think it's available in Salt Lake City location because there was some disclaimer, probably because of the the liquor laws in that state. But I would encourage you to get out there and give it a try. And if you don't make it this year, put it on your list for next year, because we've done it for at least the last 5 or 6 years, with the exception of the COVID year. And, and hopefully they continue to do it every summer. Let me know if you've done the generous pour, what you think, and I will catch you next time. Cheers.